Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's having an awesome day. It's gorgeous here where I'm at. Look at this gorgeous view that I get where I'm living right now. Isn't this amazing? So many different spots to go get some work done online, do my readings. It's awesome. Um, but anyway, this place that I'm living right now is definitely haunted, if that's the word you want to use. I mean, in my experience, there's spirit activity everywhere, and especially if you're looking for it. It's like dialing the phone or logging in online and immediately trying to connect with just any spirit. If you're going to use a Ouija board or do any type of like spirit communication when you don't know what you're doing, and are not protected from the negative spirits that wish people harm and mischief. Um, but anyway, I was talking to one of the staff members about it. She asked me what I do for a living because she saw me working every day on my computer and the phone, and I told her what I do. I'm a psychic medium. I do readings for people. And I said, actually, this place has a lot of spirit activity here. And she was surprised and she said, really? I thought that, this place isn't old enough for there to be like ghosts or anything here. And it made me think of like this false idea that only really old places or old things can be haunted by spirits who wish harm or mischief on people, um, or spirits trying to get our attention. Um, that's not the case. Like, if you think about it, I mean, every place on Earth is old, right? Like, the Earth is as old as the Earth is, and we're on the Earth. So, like, and also this area, like, I know for a fact, has a lot of, um, history. This is Banff, so Native people were coming here and living here for thousands of years already. So there's already tons of history there. But also, a lot of the spirits that cause hauntings actually are not human spirits. Like, they've never been human um, on this planet, but they impersonate humans. They watch us all the time. They're curious about us. And some of those, again, they're coming from a place of curiosity. Um, but they may help us as well. Like, I'm sure you've heard of stories of fairies and elves. I believe in them. I don't care if you think I'm crazy, but I've had actual experiences with them, and I work with them at times, which I'll talk about in future videos. Um, but sometimes it's that, and there are like generations of certain families that claim to have like a fairy family or an elf family that helps them. I know it sounds crazy, but has helped them throughout the generations, like if somebody's sick or helping them with a difficult birth. If you read about fairy stories, there's tons of stories like that. Um, um, North American stories as well. It's not all just, Gaelic, like Irish and Scottish people who, and Icelanders who have fairy experiences. There's tons of stories of the little ones, the Fae, with Native people as well, all the tribes. And anyway, I can go on and on. But so sometimes when there's like a haunting, a spirit will impersonate a, a soul that has passed, a person that has passed, and show themselves as that person, which is not, a benevolent spirit wouldn't try to be tricking somebody for their own agenda. And there's downright scary spirits that do wish us harm, who will suck our energy. People who live in very haunted homes, like where there's demonic activity and very, like really bad spirits, there that actually do physical harm to the place and the people there. Like, always describe feeling drained all of the time. Well, first of all, they're not getting sleep because they're being haunted. But also, these spirits like actually suck our energy and actually attach themselves to us and feed us more, crazy thoughts, like when, and I'm talking like extreme anxiety, not just like there are real world um, reasons for anxiety and depression and mental illness to happen. It's not all created by spirit. I'm not trying to say that. But spirits, negative spirits, will take advantage of a situation like that and take advantage of somebody, who maybe already isn't thinking straight and doesn't have confidence in themselves and is really down on themselves. So they will be attracted to those kinds of people. But places like this, I mean, you've also heard of stories of spirits being attracted to places where a lot of, domestic violence or war or like a lot of violent things happened. That does happen as well, again, because they are attracted, they feed off of that negative energy, intense negative energy. And it's also like a call for healing, which I want to talk about in future videos too. These areas, like for instance, there's stories of like American Civil War areas where battles took place that are extremely haunted, and people have reported tons of supernatural activity in those places. Um, those memories are implanted there as well, like as a call for healing for us. And so that's another reason why hauntings happen in places where there's been a lot of violence. But where I'm staying right now, it's like a lot of people living, and it's like short term and long term people. So it's people coming and going. There are spirits who are attracted to places where there's people coming and going all the time. And it doesn't have to be an old place. Like, there's brand new fancy hotels put up where construction workers and the first guests report supernatural activity. So a place doesn't have to be built a long time ago or be old for the architecture. Doesn't have to be old for a place to have spirit activity. That's a myth. But so like they're also attracted to hospitals, police stations, mortuaries. But again, our loved ones visit us and give us signs as well. So it's not always just bad spirits that come watch us and leave us signs. So don't always think that. And most of the activity here has been pretty good. And I do feel like it's a lot of the loved ones from the people traveling through here, like a lot of people from across the world away from home. And they know somebody who's going to pay attention to them. Like, they know somebody like me, my abilities. So they will try to get my attention for sure. And say hi and explain who they are. But I have very strong boundaries with, like, I'm not just going to approach somebody here and say, like, oh, I think your mom is passed away. Is that right? Well, she's sitting right beside you. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. Trying to find a good angle where I don't look as tired as I am. And where it's like you can see the beautiful backdrop of where I get to work right now and stay. It's like a big mansion. Yay. And mansions are always haunted. Just so you know. So that idea that a place has to be built like a long time ago to be haunted, no, that's not true. Like, again, there's so much activity in these places, people coming and going. And some spirits will kind of like be interested in somebody or feel a connection with somebody alive, that there's somehow going to be some future connection with one of their loved ones alive. I know it's crazy. And so they might like kind of hang out with that person here and there the whole time. So there are good spirits too. and they do help us and leave us little clues or little signs, white feathers, coins along your path. The other day for me, I asked for some signs. I get them all the time, but you're still allowed to ask for signs when you're feeling like you need more at the time. And so the